that is a wrap. 80 degrees. And I was going to run this morning when it was cooler and I was just really tired. So I ended up getting an extra hour of sleep instead of running. The nice thing is I knew I had the evening free, so I pushed it to tonight.
That's hard.
The minus is that it's about 10 degrees warmer now than it was this morning. But that's the thing, you make a decision, you follow it. And I felt like I had a lot more energy. So I think in total, even though it was hotter, it was probably a more productive and good run. And I definitely enjoyed it more than I would have this morning. So I've really been digging into sleep and how you can best recharge and get going again. And this is something I used to think very minimally about, but I'm in my 50s and it's something that's on my mind. And so that's why I like sharing these ideas with you. And I came across the salt sticks a couple years ago from Jessica's team at Fleetfeet. Love them. I run with them all the time, especially in heat like this. They make all the difference. And the nice thing is with the capsule, it is less likely to melt, but I need to find, and if you have one of these or know of them, let me know what it is. I cut a Ziploc bag and I put my salt sticks in there. And what'll happen is on these hot runs over time, thankfully they're still in the capsule, but they get really soft. So I'd love to see what might be out there. Maybe I need to create it. Prior to that, I used to use, remember little table salt, the little red packets? I tried those at Boston, hadn't used them before, and I was sweating and they opened up. So I didn't really get to take them straight up. It was one of those, I was salvaging anything I could. More on the Boston Marathon another time. So tonight's sprint, I did not go to the track. I just did it right here in downtown. And I did 6 repeats of 1:45. And adjusting for heat, it was a minute 45. Still a little out of it. And with that, it was one of those, after 45 minutes, it's like, are we done yet? And the thing I remind myself and what helps me to dig in is that how you train is how you perform. And that reminds me of karate back in the day. Even though it's not an official, back then in the day, a fight or a forms contest, your body is going to have pattern recognition. And so you want to optimize for that. And so I gave it that 80%, and it's kind of hard to gauge sometimes, but I feel like I have a pretty good idea at this point. And it was so that at the end of it, I could still do maybe another one, which I think was right on target. The other thing with that is I remind myself, one, I'm extremely fortunate to be able to push this hard. I fully acknowledge that. I'm very grateful, and I also invest a lot in myself to be able to do that, and have for many years. And I've had different things where I've had to take time out and rehab, and some were a week, some were weeks, months, others were years. So I get it. And I always say those are the best workouts because they're the most mentally challenging. It's great when you have a great run or a race and you just feel higher than high. But you take the good and the bad, and that's true of commercial real estate or any arena. You're going to have the easy ones and the tough ones, and it's how you process it and how you position it in your mind, and that makes the total difference. It's going to set you up for a life you don't want, or conversely, a life that you really enjoy, treasure, and you're grateful for because you realize how far you've come in the process. And that's also what I love about marathoning. Of who I was 12 marathons ago, it's a completely different person. And I've conquered so many challenges, both in running, physically, mentally, career, all those different factors, that it's really exciting. And that's something I'm proud of, both personally and professionally. And with the workout, I have a special red pen. I check it off, and I can't tell you it's my special red pen. As simple and silly as it is, make it a ritual. Make it a little something. And tonight, I think I'm going to treat myself to a salt bath and just soak and take it all in. So that's today's tip.